And this morning, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists is calling for the biggest change in birth control in half a century. The country's leading group of OB-GYNs said yesterday that the pill should be sold over the counter with no prescription needed.
Let's talk about that with Dr. Rebecca Brightman. She's an OB-GYN at the Mount Sinai School of Medicine, based here in New York City. Hello, Dr. Brightman. Good to see you. The biggest change in half a century. Were you surprised by the recommendation?
I was absolutely surprised. I think there's so many things that factor into this. Unfortunately, half of the pregnancies that occur in this country are unplanned and unintended. So,
what's the age rate of that, unplanned and unintended?
It's greatest amongst 18 to 24-year-olds, but really, this is amongst women of reproductive years, and it translates into a really large cost for society, about $11 billion per year.
Why do you think they made the recommendation?
Because clearly they're looking at birth control pills, and while birth control pills have their risks, the risks of pregnancy are great too, and the risks of having issues postpartum exist as well. So I think the recommendation is based on the fact that increasing access to contraception will decrease the number of unintended pregnancies, and in addition to making it widely available over the counter, it will also foster greater compliance.
Doctor, what are the risks to providing birth control pills over the counter?
The risks extend to, potentially women not being able to appropriately select themselves, potentially, checking off a checklist and really overlooking an underlying health problem such as high blood pressure, undiagnosed cancer that's estrogen dependent. And I really feel that patients should see their physician before they make the choice as to what is the most appropriate form of contraception for them.
Is there any age range? Because I was thinking, if this happens, does that mean 14, 15, 16-year-old girls can walk into the pharmacy and get this?
Well, that remains to be said. I mean, this is yet to receive FDA approval, so that has not been standardized yet. There's certain products that are available over the counter, and women need to be 17, for example, to access these products. So we don't even know about parental consent. We don't know anything just yet.
Doctor, what do you think this recommendation means about the future of birth control and making it more readily accessible?
Well, I think ACOG is acknowledging the fact that we really have a problem in terms of unintended pregnancy rate, and I think that pills will be more readily available. But there really remains a question in terms of, will this be covered by insurance companies? Will people be able to afford it once it becomes readily available? And I think it's really a way in which we can acknowledge yet another form of birth control that's accessible.
Bottom line, do you think that this is a good thing? Because many people, I had friends call me saying this is great news, and then others said, wait, not so fast.
I agree, not so fast. I think women should realize this is not a pass. This is not a get out of going to your doctor pass. Women really should see their healthcare professional at least once a year. They need a breast exam, pap smears. They need to be screened for STDs. And they really need to have the conversation and ongoing dialogue about where they are during this stage of their life to determine what is the most appropriate form of birth control at a particular time.
Thank you, Dr. Rebecca Brightman.
Thank you.
Good to see you.